Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for joining. Let's take that down. Thank y'all for joining. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's Monday already, y'all. Oh my God. Another week. Y'all know I hate Mondays. Mondays be dragging. Mondays is the top of the week. Mondays is okay, but we're gonna get through it. Let's get into our show because we do have one. Hello to everyone. Hey, my mods. I see y'all in the building and everybody else joining. Let's go ahead and get started so we can get through because I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. All right. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's get into the show. All right. We got some good stuff. We're gonna cover, we're gonna do the recap for Real Housewives of Atlanta's reunion, which appeared last night on our TVs. For those of you that didn't get to watch it, don't worry. We're gonna watch some of the good clips, and I'm gonna hit you guys again later on with more clips. We're gonna talk about Love and Hip Hop's Khaotic getting arrested. Okay, content creators being targeted. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into some Nolan Wells stuff that I ran across. We're going to get into Melody Shari. We haven't talked about her in a while. She has something new going on with Drew Sidora. We got a lot of stuff we want to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into it so we can get through all of it. All right. Let's get into these damn Karens out here doing the damn most at these pools. We just saw one the other day. Now we got another Karen we want to talk about. I always like to expose Karens because they be doing the fucking most. All right. But let's jump in. Shout out to Moye. This is where I saw it. So swimming while black. Okay. This is like because you got on jeans so that you wasn't getting in the pool. So you came to bother me. So this lady here obviously was at the pool along with some black people who were also there. She decided to try to question them about them being at the pool, like she owned the pool, right? Like, I don't get it why people of other races like to come up to African Americans and try to ask them for IDs and ask them what apartment they live in when they see them at the pool. Like, bitch, it's none of your fucking business. Go and sit down, get you a drink, read you a book, play on your phone, anything except bothering me, asking me what I'm doing, right? I thank God I never run across Karens. I think God knows who to allow Karens to go and bother. I don't run across Karens. Karens don't bother me. And I'm just I'm kind of waiting for a Karen to bother me because I just want to cuss one out so bad. They be doing the most, right? Let's get into this Karen.
We don't, I don't gotta do shit but stay black and die. Go
This
ahead.
is ridiculous.
All right, go ahead, follow. I'm finna sit right here. I'm recording. I'm calm. I ain't did nothing. You walked up on me. Your shoes over there. So you was going to get in the pool, and now you over here in my
Because
face.
I was asking you some
But I don't owe you an explanation. So you don't get to ask me no questions because I don't owe you an explanation.
You are nosy, babe.
I am.
You are.
And you are very nosy. You're nosy. Look at her. She calling the police. Look at her up there. She minded my business. This sad as hell. She on the phone with the police. We finna sit right here. Why is she talking to me? I don't gotta do shit but stay.
This I keep saying, when the police gets called for situations like this, the person who calls should be arrested because what are you calling for? It's abusing 911. This person's not committing a crime. They're sitting beside a pool because they don't give you their ID. Who the fuck are you, the pool police? Are you the pool police? Like, no, you should not be asking no one anything. She does not have to show you ID. She does not have to tell you why she's there. She don't have to tell you what apartment she lives in. She doesn't have to tell you anything. So it's weird to me how people have this sense of entitlement where they could just come up to a person while you are all the way on the other side of the pool. You walked your sashayed your broke down ass over there to ask this person what they were doing at the pool and why. It's none of your fucking business. I really wish people would mind their business. It's situations like this irritate me to no end. And we see this all the time, you guys. We got to stop this mess, okay? Stop it. It's none of your fucking business. People wind up getting cussed out for no apparent reason because they choose to be in other people's business. Stop harassing people. If I was this woman here, like she said, I'm going to sit there and wait for the police. Once the police got there, I would press charges against this woman for harassing me, okay, and continuing to, and especially in front of her kids as well. And even after she asked her to go away from her and leave her alone, like at that point, it's harassment. I've made it clear to you that I don't want to have any type of interaction with you, and you continue. So now, because I tell you to get the fuck away from me, now you're calling the police for what? what is the point of calling the police? There are crimes that could be investigated, real crimes, but you are holding up the police department and their resources for this. They should be arrested. There should be a law when you abuse 911 in this way. Karens, y'all ass should go to jail, right? So let's move along. We're gonna always touch on Karens because I'm sick of y'all asses. Okay. Yes, I am. All right, so hold on. I wanted to also talk about this because this was brought to my attention as well. All right, so I saw this Mississippi. We're going to keep talking about Mississippi because y'all are full of shit a little bit. All right, let's get into it. According to 601 in Park, I saw this where these African-American people were, they were going to this restaurant. It's like a sipping something restaurant for, and they had a reservation as well. It was a party. I want to say like 7 people. Because I saw this on several publications, so I definitely want to cover this. So Mississippi natives are calling Sippin' Silo in South Haven, Mississippi, a racist. So these people had a whole reservation. And they went there for like a birthday party for someone. They get there, and the people inside said they did not want to serve them. Now, two of these ladies here work at the police department, and they tell the police officers several times, we actually work for the police department. Like, why are y'all here? The police get there real rah-rah, like don't want to hear what they're saying, talking about detaining them. Only because they're asking questions. So since when are we not allowed to question the police and they're allowed to question us, right? We have a lot of police officers which their job is to protect and serve, but how do you know what happened if you only hear one side of the story? Just because they called on me doesn't mean that I don't have a right to tell you my side of what happened as well, because there's always 2 or maybe 3 sides to every story. So Mississippi natives are calling out Sippin' Silo in South Haven, Mississippi, with some accusing the establishment of racism after a video reportedly showed a white police officer being rude towards 3 black women in public. Said that the situation is now sparking reaction and conversation across social media. This is starting to become viral. And I feel like when situations like this occur, I feel like it's a great thing that people can use their platform to make awareness in situations like this, because this shit needs to stop. The Karen stuff needs to stop, and police officers need to stop because they're not above being corrected as well. There's some great police officers out there, but then you have some that just really just be on the bullshit. And I want to call it out on my platform as well. So let's get into it. Let's go.
Causing a commotion.
We did not do that inside there.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So I'm here investigating.
We work for the police department too, so that's why I was just trying to see like what is the crime. So we work for Memphis Police
you work
as well.
for the police department,
We work for Memphis
and
Police.
I'm here and I have reasonable suspicion.
You have reasonable suspicion,
I
but
just
you're
don't-
outside of the story. You went in.
I'm not
and
gonna.
you asked them-
Okay.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna
You can
give
get a
the orders
lieutenant
now,
out
and
here.
you're gonna listen.
No,
That's
you're
how
not
this is
gonna
gonna go.
You can get a lieutenant
I
out
need
here.
DLs from all
You can
3
get a
of you.
lieutenant out here.
Okay. I'm telling you right now, give me your DL or you will be placed under arrest.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I guess because we're about to take you into custody.
Wow.
Get my DL, but you're not going to walk up on me.
Oh my God.
And I'm requesting
I need your DL.
And we asked for, they asked for a supervisor.
Call the station lieutenant. Yeah. Because we didn't if I wouldn't ask a question, but because he's Indian and because we're black and it's Mississippi. Oh my God.
Don't argue.
I need your
We'll be there in the moment, Mama.
Okay, if you're walking away.
Okay, we'll be there in the moment.
Because I'm this close
We'll be there when I
to
can.
Okay, first of all, they're not walking away. You're walking up into her face being hella aggressive, and she's just asking a question. All right, that was all unnecessary. I feel like he's purposely trying to escalate the situation so that he can become very aggressive with them. Probably throw them on the ground and arrest them. Right. And that's not needed. These people had a reservation because I saw it on another page, several pages as well. They went there, like I said, for a birthday party. They got in there and the people inside acted like they didn't want to serve them and didn't want them there once they arrived. Okay. They began asking questions and they decided to call the police. So once the police got there, they're automatically taking the people inside that work there, their side, and not even hearing their side. So they're asking questions and they're asking for a lieutenant or his supervisor to come out because they don't feel that they're being treated fairly in this situation. And now he's escalating the situation and walking up on them and saying, well, I'm getting ready to detain you and arrest you. Like, the lady is backing up because obviously you are becoming very aggressive in tone and in your body language. So I don't see, and the fact that they're backing up away from you doesn't mean that they're running away. They don't want you to become aggressive towards them. They are females. You are a male. They're asking simple questions like you can't have a conversation and find out what's going on without escalating, and that's not needed. That's not needed. Let's keep going.
We've been in my, I want to upset you. We'll be in a minute, okay, Mom?
Hello, how are you? Okay.
Hey.
Hello.
No, we're not being arrested. We're being threatened to be arrested. Brandy's out here with us, and she's recording. So,
Okay.
he's not. He said if we walk off, you will be charged with. I don't know what the. Hold on.
We're not in here. No crime. No, we're not in here. Okay. But we came in and they were here before we got here. I said, hey, what's going on? They said that the tables are being reserved for a 7 o'clock party. We said, hey, give it to her.
Okay, no.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Listen, I am asking you repeatedly to give me your DL. You are refusing to do so.
So, like I said, so when
No,
we got
we have
here,
4
she
officers
said,
here.
That's what's going to happen. If you don't obey law enforcement's orders,
He said so. I
it's
don't.
going
we
to
know
be
law enforcement. I don't
escalated.
work for the police department.
Okay.
So anyway, when we get here over there, we asked, we said, hey, what's going on? Why can't we be seated over there? And he said, you know, per policy, we can only sit 6 at a time. We say a table down, whatever. So we came again, we said, hey, they were going to sit down. We just got here. Where could we be seated at? That's when he said, leave and we're going to talk to you. Hold on, let me speak. We're black, okay? Let's start there. I'm just being for real. We're black in Mississippi. We're not going to get in the car and pull off. So we can run the tag, and we work for the police department. We stayed here so you guys can know. Yes, we were in there. We asked them questions about what was going on. We're not causing a disturbance. It's not illegal to say a curse word. It's not. We work for the police department. He came jumping out the car. Give me the DL. This is an
Causing a commotion.
We did not do that inside there.
As you guys can see, the officer escalated, called other officers. That was not necessary. They were trying to explain their side. They had a reservation, so they had every right to be there. Once they came there and the person inside realized that they were this color, that's when things escalated and they decided, oh, we can't accommodate this party. Well, then why did you take my reservation over the phone? Y'all see the type of shit that's going on? Mississippi, I have no desire to come there, drive through there. I don't have a desire to ever be in Mississippi, right? I don't hang out in the deep South because I hear that y'all just literally stopped the whole slavery type of shit. Y'all literally just came around and realized that y'all ain't gonna do slavery no more. Like, I have no desire to be anywhere in the deep South like that. I really don't. Because y'all be doing the fucking most. And police officers, some police officers, because again, we do have some great police officers, but then we do have some officers that be on the fuck shit. And those are the ones that I don't want to have shit to do with. All right. I can't. Move the fuck out of Mississippi, black people. Okay. Let them have it, y'all. Let them have Mississippi. Okay. Move right along. Why are we talking about Mississippi? Because Nolan Wells also was from Mississippi, so we got to get into some things with them as well. Let's get into it. All right. I ain't ready to start hollering yet. Y'all, I woke up with a headache this morning. I took me an extra strength Tylenol. And baby, listen, my headache is kind of dwindling down. I still have like a little slight, so I ain't ready quite yet to start yelling, but we're going to get there. All right. Because y'all know when I start talking about Nolan, baby, I gotta start yelling because this case has really become very near and dear to me. I feel like this is my nephew or something, right? And we want answers. And I feel like Mississippi is dragging their feet on this, and they're purposely not arresting people because of who they're connected to. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I mean, get fucking mad. I'm gonna show y'all some things here as well where they are now targeting content creators and others who are asking questions. So we're going to get into that. But first, let's get into this. Mr. Como, let's get into what they're having to say about Nolan Wells. So they said the Nolan Wells official autopsy leaked. Let's get into what they're saying here.
Know that the average person doesn't know that are not points of speculation. One, that they found now, and again, this could cut 3 different ways. They found evidence of water in tissue and cavities consistent with drowning. However, the body was also floating in the water and could have collected water. You could shoot me. I fall in the water. I could have water become the equivalent of ingested. Not that often, but it happens. In the stomach, yeah, a little bit. Depends on the condition of the epiglottis. The lungs, more common because there are more entryways that can get to it. The second is, okay, so there was water in there and he was drowned, but he had help drowning. And that the third possibility is that there was water there, but it is not conclusive. If I am being told it is consistent with drowning, what that means investigatively is still open to interpretation. You've heard the same.
Yeah, so
there is no suggestion of gross injury. I thank you for the clarification. I do not mean to suggest otherwise. I'm saying that what I have been told, that there is evidence consistent with drowning, doesn't mean that he drowned necessarily, or that the drowning was the cause of death, or the water in there was the cause of death. I'm just being open-minded, because that is the most practical way to be. Also, the headline information, not surprising to me, is that he was there drinking. He was seen drinking. He was known to enjoy drinking, and that's what was going on at Horn Island. You can feel any way you want about it, but it is, as a matter of fact, what the situation was about. So,
again, that's hearsay. Were you there? Because his friend said that he was drinking. Were you there? Did the toxicology report show that he had alcohol in his system? Now we are doing the same thing that you guys are trying to sue everyone else for: speculation. Did you see him with a beer or a drink in his hand on Horn Island? And if he drowned, because according to his mother, he was a very great swimmer. He was very much so in shape. He was an athlete. So if he drowned, I feel that he was forcefully held underwater. Right? That's just my interpretation and my opinion. And according to the Constitution, I am entitled to that. Right? Let's keep going.
early on shows a significant level of blood alcohol, the BAC level, as they call it in the body. You have also heard.
So how did you get the toxicology report and any other information when the DA have said that they are sealing all information and no one is allowed to get said information until they are done completing their investigation and until there is some type of trial or whatever, right? How y'all get information and nobody else can get information? Because from my investigation, you guys are not a part of this case. You're not an investigator on this case. So what connection do you have with the DA and everyone else to where you have firsthand knowledge of what was said in his toxicology report, his autopsy report? Because according to what was said, they're sealing all of said information.
I'm going to wait till the pathologist puts out the report, and I'm going to wait till the district attorney puts out the evidence that they have. What I will say,
safe to say is you cannot contradict me at this point.
What I will say is that I think when all of the evidence is presented, it will be overwhelming, and that it will be overwhelmingly clear from witnesses, forensic evidence, pictures, videos, that what my client has said is true. And
okay, so y'all see that? Again, they're still trying to run with this speculation of Nolan drowning and he had water in the lungs. Again, you've not seen any type of, autopsy, toxicology, none of that shit. You've seen none of that. So again, you're going off of speculation. Should Nolan's parents sue the fuck out of you guys for putting that information out? Since Warren and Wyatt and Bart and all of their families now are lawyering up and getting give, send, go accounts and GoFundMe's to go after content creators and anyone who has an opinion, which we're entitled to, about what we feel may have happened to Nolan on that day, July 4th. Really? All right, so let's keep going. Now let's get into what's being said and what they're asking people to do. Sarah Fields, let's talk about you, bitch. All right? And I got to address you as that because that's exactly what you're giving. I'm not being nice today. I'm not being nice today. I'm just not. I'm my head is already not feeling good, so I'm a little irritated. So yes, y'all might hear the bitch word a few times this morning. Don't take it personal. All right, so Sarah Fields, bitch, get in here. So she is asking. This is what they're asking. So they're putting out PSAs on social media to attack content creators. Let's get into it. Sarah Fields says the remaining folders are for large creators, influencers, public figures, media personalities, and others whose content received significant attention. So now y'all are going after content creators who are able to push this narrative out and get information out about the boys who were with Nolan Wells on the day of July 4th in terms of their interpretation of what they think happened to Nolan. All right, so they say that we're also specifically looking for videos, posts, clips, and other content from Nancy Grace and any other news reporters or media personality who has furthered misinformation or contributed to the targeting of these boys. Mind you, these boys have done interviews that are very suspect to me. All right. I feel like the timelines don't line up with what they're saying happened in terms of Nolan. My mind keeps going back to the 911 call with the CETO captain. At the beginning of the call, what was said, where they're actually talking to Nolan, where they're actually screaming in the background, where we're actually hearing, is Nolan unalive? Where we're actually hearing, please check his chest. Is his chest moving? Where we're actually hearing, damn it, Bart, what did you do? Now these things stand out to me. So of course there's going to be speculation. I don't feel that it's, well, there may be some misinformation on different channels, but in terms of what we hear, of course, when we hear things like that in a video, we're going to speculate. We're going to say what we feel happened. We're going to try to put two and two together because, of course, fucking DA and everybody else ain't doing shit. There should have already been an arrest in this Nolan Wells case just by suspicion only. And I feel like once handcuffs get put on people, they're going to start talking, because that becomes a real issue when your ass is sitting in that room like on First 48 and them handcuffs is on your ass and you got to talk. Somebody going to rat somebody out. This is unheard of. We are now going into 2 months. All right. We're past 30 days. We're going into the second month of Nolan Wells no longer being on this earth. And somebody has to answer for that. He did not drown, I don't feel. Unless y'all threw him off the boat in 31 feet of water, because that's where you said you were during the time that you talked to the CETO captain. If y'all threw him overboard in 31 feet of water, and they're saying the waters were choppy, yes, a great swimmer can swim in that water, but for how long? Right? We don't know. I'm just saying speculation. Let's continue. If you have something you believe meets these criteria and would like to help, please DM me and I will provide you with the Dropbox link. So look at how they're doing, you guys. And please, if you have the original screenshots or screen recordings showing the account name, dates, views, likes, shares, or other engagement numbers, send that version whenever possible. Preserve the original content and context. So now they're trying to go after people out. Guys, look. So that we want to thank all of you for your continued help and support. So this is their way of trying to silence people so that we do not keep talking about the obvious, right? They want this situation to go away. They want this Nolan Wells case to die down and move on to something else, but it's not happening, because every time they think that we stop talking about it, what do? We talk about it again. Guess who's been talking about it every fucking day, and we're going to keep talking about it, right? So you can target any channel that you want. Feel free to target me as well. I am entitled to my opinion, and I will continue to talk about Nolan Wells. I will continue to talk about Shanquilla Robinson. I will continue to talk about Carmelo Anthony. I will continue to talk about every fucking person that has not received any type of level of justice that they should have received by now. So they go on to say that so many of you have been documenting this from the beginning, and the documentation has been preserved. Great. It's time to hold people accountable. You mean the people who was with him on the boat? Why are we trying to arrest everybody except the people that did something to Nolan? Why is the main focus on arresting people who have opinions about this case versus the motherfuckers who was with him and was heard in a whole video sounding very suspicious when they said they left him on the island, but it sounds like he was talking to him on the boat? Why is that? Let's keep going, because there's more. Said, I'm sure, said the call for screenshots, videos, and posts. I'm sure by now, many of you know that I'm working directly with the attorneys representing the boys who have been threatened and defamed in connection with the Nolan Wells case. Okay. So they've been moving very suspiciously, if I say it that way, because first of all, once we found out that Nolan was missing, they immediately lawyered up. They immediately started deleting and deactivating accounts. They immediately started being mute. That's not the actions of friends, someone who see Nolan Wells as a brother. That's not the actions that they would be displaying. They didn't go to the fucking funeral. They didn't send flowers. They didn't send a fucking card. They did nothing but deactivate and lawyer up. Guilty people immediately lawyer up when they feel that their ass is on the chopping block. And I'm going to keep saying it. I don't give a fuck who is representing them. They want to throw out all these names of high profile people, like they're saying that Trump's attorney is representing them. Well, Trump's attorney actually lost the case with Trump. Did y'all know that? So good luck with that shit. Let's keep going. This person goes on to say that we have now opened a Dropbox for anyone who has screenshots, posts, videos, and other documentation involving Warren, Jax, or Morgan. Said, please understand that what we are looking for, said that we do not need random comments or posts with 2 to 3 likes and almost no views. We are looking for the big voices, people with large platforms, viral videos, and viral posts, significant engagement, or substantial reach. Now, the reason why they're doing this and trying to shut people up, because these boys also had a future in some type of sports. They were colleges looking at them for them to go to the next level of their careers, just like Nolan. So God forbid, they're saying that what's the guy's name? Bart was supposed to be like this professional punter, this well-known football legend around Mississippi, and they're looking to get him signed as well because he has several people in his family who have also gone on to the NFL. That's what they wanted him to do as well. So this type of negative media attention is kind of blocking that, so to speak. So what they want to do is shut the people the fuck up so that they don't talk about it, because the negative press is making other people be like, yeah, I don't know if I want to fool with them. I don't know if I want to sign them. I don't think I want them on my college campus because of this connection to the Nolan Wells case. So, hey, why not let's go ahead and lawyer up and sue people for putting and pushing these narratives out here when there hasn't been a trial yet, when there hasn't been anyone found guilty as of yet, right? Yeah. They said that we have created one specific folder for Ben Crump. Y'all hear this? Everything involving him should go there. So now they're targeting Ben Crump, who is now representing, has been representing the Nolan Wells case since this shit began. All right, so the remaining folders are for large creators, influencers, public figures, media personalities, and others whose contents receive significant attention. All right, so what do y'all think about that? And let's go back up so we can go ahead and document this person's name again. Sarah Fields, bitch. All right, Sarah is censored. We're gonna go ahead and call your ass out so we can and she put this on Twitter, as you guys can see. That's what the X means. She's asking people on Twitter and other platforms to send them things so that they can put it into a certain Dropbox to use to go after certain large platforms who are speaking out against this, sharing videos, giving their opinions, which we're entitled to. Okay. Content creators, please be careful in terms of how you word things, because that could significantly get you sued for defamation. There are ways, of course, you have to do your disclaimers in the beginning of your videos, but definitely be careful with your wording and how you word these things in terms of your opinion, because you are entitled to that. Go and read the Constitution. I feel like they're trying to invoke fear in people for who are deciding to speak out on this case. They wanted this case to die down by now. They are mad because this case has not died down by now, and it's not going to, not on this channel. Okay, so target whoever you must. But every time I go live, I'm going to say something about this Nolan Wells case to keep his name alive. I'm going to say something about Shanquilla's case, and I'm going to continue to talk about Carmelo Anthony as well. So anybody feel any type of way about that, scratch your ass, climb a tree, climb back down, and hopefully a branch will be up your ass when you get on the ground. Moving right along. Yeah, ain't nobody in fear of shit over here, okay? Fuck out of here. We ain't never scared over here, all right? And ain't nobody mad but the damn devil. Let's move along, all right? While we're talking about it, shout out to Nicole Everything, because she's on this shit as well. I saw too on TikTok last night that there's a girl who lives in Mississippi, and she is actually helping with this case as well. She's a content creator. Yeah, I mean every word of that shit. Every fucking word of it. I sure did. Her name is Bree something. But she is going around Horn Island and searching for people with cameras, you guys, that may have picked up something on July 4th. So shout out to her for doing her due diligence. She is a Caucasian content creator. So shout out to her for doing her big one. She is a large content creator as well. She's been talking about it. She's been covering it. So she is very invested in this case. And she says, hey, I know a lot of people there. Matter of fact, she was trying to pay someone with a boat to take her out so that she can kind of look at some things as well. You guys see on my screen the boys who were on the, who were on Horn Island on July 4th with Nolan Wells. They have decided to take their attorneys and their camera crew back out to Horn Island, saying that they were very emotional on the island and that they were trying to help the investigators find out what the fuck happened to Nolan. I already told you guys, guilty people, unalivers, go back to the scene of the crime, all right? Go and look at any type of crime show, and a person who unalive a person, they always go back to the scene of the crime, right? Because they're infatuated with where this situation took place, right? It's all for media attention. It's the reverse psychology for me, right? It's the reverse psychology for me. In my opinion, I feel that each and every one of the motherfuckers that was on the boat that day are guilty because you did not call for help in the event that something happened to Nolan Wells. And yes, that's how I feel, and it is my fucking opinion. But let's get into it because I feel that all this is total bullshit. So Jax, Warren, and the lawyer, honey, went back out to Horn Island. I do not feel like after 30 days, I don't give a fuck. Y'all should have went back to the island because this is still an open investigation. The attorneys, the DAs, the sheriffs, the investigators should not have allowed anyone to be back on Horn Island because there could be any type of evidence that was overlooked during the time that they did their initial search the very first time, right? Nobody should be on Horn Island. What's to say that these guys forgot something there that could be directly connected to this case with Nolan Wells, and you guys are back out there again, but making it look like y'all going to look to find out what happened to Nolan, but you're going back to maybe get a phone or I don't know, something that's connected to this case to taint the investigation, right? You wouldn't go out there before. Why now? 30 days after Nolan has passed away, you guys have this fire under you now to find out what the fuck happened to him. Y'all have sat in interviews and not one tear have dropped. You didn't pause in the interview to say, oh my God, this is my friend. I need to pause for a second because I'm getting very emotional. But now y'all on the island and y'all crying and shit. Warren, you didn't cry one time. But now y'all on the island and y'all are crying? Warren, you didn't even cry when you went back out to Horn Island with Race Tatum standing out there pointing and shit. You didn't cry out one motherfucking time. But now y'all crying 30 days? So y'all grief hit 30 days after your friend, your brother. FOH. That's fuck out of here. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I don't see any emotion right here. I don't see no emotion. Why are they allowed back on Horn Island? All right, so let's read. Shout out to Nicole, everything. Says that according to CNN, friends of the 18-year-old from Mississippi who mysteriously died after a boat trip said that they wanted to investigate the island for themselves. Are you guys investigators? How many years of investigative school did you go to? How many times did y'all go to school to be investigators? So what the fuck are y'all doing out there? Allow the investigators who are working this case to do their job. Y'all want to look like y'all are doing something 30 days after the fact because you want people to stop talking about the shit. You look more guilty. It says that is according to attorneys for Warren Hudson. What you need an attorney for, Warren, if you ain't do shit? If you're Nolan's friend and you want to find out what happened to him, what you need a fucking lawyer for? Jax Pilato and Morgan Seymour. What y'all need attorneys for? The attorney says the two friends went to visit Horn Island off the Mississippi coast on Friday. All right, let's keep going. All right, so these are the attorneys. This one, he look like he done been to Golden Corral one too many times, bitch. You should be at the gym versus at Horn Island, if you ask me, right? You should be on somebody's fucking treadmill. All right, that's where you should be instead of at Horn Island. Because, bitch, you're not needed right now. You don't need to be representing anyone right the fuck now. Ain't nobody been charged with nothing yet, obviously, because ain't nobody in jail. So high-profile defamation attorney joins the legal team. So now we're more focused on defamation versus the death of someone. So defamation is more important than death. Is that what we're doing? Wow. Let's continue on, because ain't about to read all this shit. They're getting me mad now, y'all. Let's get into this Chrisean Rock news. Let's get off Nolan, child. Because I'm going to be pulling up some more stuff for Pop In today, but I want to stay on the course. Let's get into Chrisean Rock and Blueface. Maybe I can holler again with them two, because they irritate me as well. Yeah, he's been in a few buffets, but you worrying about a defamation, bitch. Okay, somebody been lying to you, telling you fine. Thick ass out here. Shaped like Mrs. Doubtfire, talking about you out here doing a defamation damn case, bitch. Go sit down somewhere. Sit your ass down somewhere. Talking about a defamation case and somebody done lost their life on Horn Island. Fuck out of here. Bitch, you been thinking about greens, beans, potatoes, chitlins, fried chicken, fish, and every motherfucking thing else before now. So now you want to come out here talking about some damn defamation. Bitch, get out of here. You ain't thought about no damn defamation before. Your ass was over there eating every motherfucking thing in that buffet. They couldn't keep up bringing chicken out there because your ass was there. But now you want to be on some defamation shit. Working the shit out of them people back there at Golden Corral. Every time they drop the chicken, that shit gone. Fucking with you. All right, but let's get into this. Because y'all know I'm ready to eat his ass. So all of them. Fuck out of here. Woo, they got me mad. All right. Girl. Ooh, let me roll my eyes too. Hold on. Shit. All right, so let's get into this. Let me calm down. Let me do my woosah. Num yo ring yo. All right, get that up out me, child. Cause I'm ready to. Ooh, I'm ready to. Nolan, I got it, baby. Rest, honey. Rest. Caramel is on they ass. I got it. All right, so shout out to All About the Tea. Yeah, the motherfuckers eating all the chicken at the buffet. Shit, people stand up there in line waiting to get a piece of chicken. This motherfucker done cleared the buffet. But you talking about a defamation. Get your ass somewhere and sit down. All right, so Chrisean Rock says that Blueface only really loves her child out of all his women and says that they're bigger than Beyonce and Jay-Z. I don't know what kind of drugs Chrisean is on, but I'm going to need her to be drug tested as well, okay? Because apparently bullshit is your favorite place to be on, right? But let's get into it, child. So, of course, you know, she spent the weekend with Blueface, and now she thinks it all is well. Now, Blueface, I don't know what kind of drugs you on, because she literally just had your house swatted while you standing out there, because I think he stay in Arizona or somewhere, but walking on the damn pavement with no damn shoes on and your feet frying like motherfucking chicken over there. And the police done put you in handcuffs because this stupid ass broad sitting in this damn hot tub with crabs coming all up out her damn coochie, because I hear she don't wash good. Yes, I went there. Allegedly. And you're gonna sit up here and play games with this girl and talking about some y'all Jay-Z and Beyonce. Bitch, you need to be on the run because they own your ass for what you allegedly did to Ronnie, your real baby daddy, right? Get into that shit. But let's get into what she had to say.
All right, when are we gonna like clean the slate, start over? Like, you know where your heart resides. You know where it's purpose. You know where it's. You know, I know. Let's not talk about you. Let's talk about me.
Yeah,
I know.
What you know.
I know.
What do you know?
I know for a fact.
What you know?
That you know that you love me. You treat everybody like shit because you're not with the person you want to be with. And that's fine. You know why? Because, you know, I'm just praying for you. Like,
Do I treat
I'm
you
going to
like
get him.
shit?
You know?
Oh, Lord.
The only thing you do is like, okay, fake this on the baby. But I know that's a cry out for help because I'm not making the effort to like put the baby in a position where you like, you know, like I start being a little bitter because I'm worried about my mental health, but then your mental health, like, long story short, it's just a messed up situation. I can't really speak on it, but I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry and I love you and I want to figure out the solution for that situation because I love you for real. Like, what? You know who we is? We bigger than Jay and Beyonce. And no shade to them. We love them, but you know this our shit. Or
shit.
you don't agree?
Clock that
You
tea.
don't agree?
Clock that tea.
You don't agree?
You are spitting right
You
now.
don't agree?
You are really spitting right now.
You don't agree? So you agree?
I am proud of you.
All right, come on.
I am proud of you. You're really spitting.
No, do it.
You are spitting.
Do it. Okay, let's chat.
What you
chat.
mean? What am I do?
Because all that pretending ain't making real money. All that pretending is got everybody like high powered popping it. Like, oh God, you okay? I was just taking a little mental break. You feel me? I'm back. Like, I ain't finna play with none of that. Like, when I stamp it, I'm stamping it. You can play how you want to play it. You know why? Because I know where your heart is. But if you know my heart is sincere,
Where my heart at?
When it's sincere and I have no motives, you know what? I know where it's at.
What?
All right, when are we going to like clean?
Yeah, and then watch tomorrow or what's today, Monday? I'm going to say by Wednesday, she'll be back online crashing out because now Blueface is going back home to be with Nevaeh. So you did all this for what? Because you want him to come back to you so y'all can be more toxic and both of y'all can be locked up again? Like, he already said publicly that your son is not his child. He said it multiple times, and just because he was feeding him baby food and playing with him and watching cartoons with him does not change anything. Like, I don't know what Chrisean got going on in her head, or even if she has a brain. I don't think she has one. Maybe your ass need to go see the fucking wizard to find out where your damn brain is, because I don't get this. I just don't. The toxicity, I feel like they enjoy the toxicity. Blueface is really just using you for clicks and views. That's really what this is. He enjoys playing with you and playing in your face for clicks and views. This man unpacked his stuff. It's a whole video out there to go back home to Nevaeh to tell you he's not leaving her. He has a baby on the way. But then Nevaeh, you stupid too, because you allowed him to spend the weekend with Chrisean, kissing all on her, sleeping in the bed with her, playing with her son, and then come back home to you. And you take him back so easily, like there's just nothing going on here. Like we, the public, have not sit here and watched this whole shit unfold the way that it did. Like, everybody involved in this situation is stupid, including the other girl that is pregnant by him. Like, I just don't get it. Are y'all in a hurry to be at the clinic? Like, what is it? Blueface? I don't know. Like, it's nothing fine about you. Sorry. It's nothing fine about you. Chrisean, you need to go somewhere and be evaluated as well. Okay. And you might be getting ready to go to jail real soon from this Ronnie Doe death. Okay. Because you're definitely a suspect in that situation. All right. And I'm just waiting for the police to knock on your door so they can come and get your son and give him some real help. Yes, I said it. Okay. And I know she got some of her fans who like to drop through here periodically and taking up for her, but please don't do it today. Because I have all the time today to snatch some asses today. I really do. Because I'm sick of y'all. Y'all the reason why Chrisean is the way that she is, because y'all coddle her in the comments and y'all tell her the opposite of what she really needs to hear, which is why she's so fucked up. All right? She really is. But let's continue on. Let's continue on. Because half of the ones that be commenting and taking up for her ass probably ain't even seen their kids. Y'all probably the same ones to be dropping y'all kids off and don't even go pick them back up. Y'all beat them tight, right? But let's move along. Shout out to Dr. Diva on this one. Y'all know who he is on my screen. Love and hip hop star, if we can call him that. Khaotic is held, you guys, on an sexual battery charges without bond. Phaedra Parks is his attorney. Phaedra Parks from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Phaedra be out here representing rappers, reality TV stars. She getting her shmoney. So I ain't mad at her, because a lot of people saying she ain't representing nobody since Bobby Brown was with Whitney. Well, that's not true. Phaedra's out here. Phaedra's getting the coin. Phaedra has many jobs. Phaedra is out here working, okay? So shout out to Phaedra for getting a coin. So shout out to Dr. Diva. Said the Love and Hip Hop star, Ruben, honey, not Ruben. That sounds like a sandwich. Khaotic McFadden is being held in Fulton County Jail on one count of aggravated sexual battery, and he has been retained by Real Housewives of Atlanta star Phaedra Parks as his attorney. Said that here's everything that you need to know. We're going to go ahead and swipe and look at some of the, I guess, stuff going on with this case. Let's go. So it says that, okay, we already know that. Let's get into some real stuff. Let's see. They said in July, it was reported that Khaotic was arrested on an out-of-state warrant. At the time, details were limited. It says that McFadden was arrested in Miami on a fugitive warrant tied to an out-of-state extradition request. He was booked into Miami-Dade's Turner Gulford Knight Correctional Center, held without bond as the case stayed active. According to the court documentations, said that he was accused of sexual battery and was extradited to Fulton County Jail in Atlanta after 30 days in Miami-Dade custody. The incident questions took place in December of 2025. The incident in question, I'm sorry. He had his first appearance on August the 6th. That was last week. The judge deferred the bond question to a superior court judge due to the nature of the charges. Said that he, or his case rather, was placed on a pre-indictment status calendar with his next court date set for August the 28th. Okay, so that's going to be right after the Carmelo Anthony stuff, because Carmelo is what, 19th, I think, or 1920th. I got to go back and look. So it said the same day, Real Housewives of Atlanta's Phaedra Parks filed a motion for bond on her client's behalf, arguing that he is not a flight risk and that a reasonable bond should be set. All right, that's the docket. That's the information there. Are we going to read it? Hell no, because I don't even care like that. But as we all know, he's found himself in some situations here. Sexual battery, that's a serious charge. So we'll keep our ears to the streets to see what had happened when he goes to court on the 28th. We'll spin the block on it since we already talked about it. All right, so let's get into the reality TV portion of the show. All right, y'all know Real Housewives of Atlanta did air last night, the reunion. It is a 3-part. Okay, 3-part reunion. We will be covering it. So shout out to you all. Shout out to the 333 watching me. Please, let's get the likes up as well. Mars, can you please give me an update on what the likes are looking like? Said child Phaedra will meet you in the parking lot. Yes, she will. Like she's a substance dealer. Saying Biatch better have my money. Oh yeah, Phaedra will pull up on you about her damn money. She's serious about them coins. Okay, I ain't mad at it though. The reality rundown. Now, as we all know, Pinky Cole did announce on the first part 1 of the reunion of Real Housewives of Atlanta that she was expecting. So, oh my God, and she's not due until December. I'm like, girl, what are you having, a fucking horse? Because, girl, you are huge right now. She is carrying huge. So she still has, what, like 4 or 5 months to go? Girl, are you going to make it? So they said that Pinky Cole shows her baby bump, you guys, and reacts to others announcing her pregnancy before her. As we all know, that would have been Claudia Jordan on Carlos King's Messy Monday, where Claudia says that there's somebody on Real Housewives of Atlanta that is pregnant. She was going to tell the name, but Carlos and them told her not to. So Pinky is responding to that. Let's get into it. Oh, she is huge. So it says a Netflix documentary on how everyone announced my pregnancy before I did. Oh, wow. So, of course, like I said, Claudia had some inside tea, and she was trying to spill it, but she was told not to do so on Carlos King's Messy Monday. But, of course, Pinky, she came out, like I said, she announced her own pregnancy at the reunion. I think she wanted to be the one to do it, but Claudia, you kind of jumped gun on that, but you didn't say her name. So, shout out to Pinky, because all babies are a blessing. But she is huge. She's very pregnant, but she said she is due in December. I hope she makes it there, child, because she is big. She's carrying a big baby. Hope maybe it might be twins. Okay, we don't know. But we'll play one more time, then we're gonna get on out of here. Shout out to Pinky Cole, honey. Shout out to Pinky Cole. People were saying in the comments, bankruptcy and babies don't go together. I was just like, why? Like, she is married, so she can have as many babies as she wants to. A lot of people saying when you're having a lot of financial struggles like Pinky, that having another baby probably should have been the last thing on her mind. But can't tell a person what to do with their WAP. She is married, like I said. You know, couples, she obviously might not be having protection, you know, having sex with protection. With her husband, which she probably shouldn't because she's married. Shit. But at the end of the day, married people get pregnant all the time. If that's what she chooses to do, congratulations to her. I have nothing to say about that. I ain't clocking nobody's coochie miles, but hey, moving her right along, child. But a lot of people are like, yeah, she probably should have had another baby because she has all these financial difficulties going on. People have babies all the time. Homeless people have babies, so get out of here. All right. And that's it. That's what people saying. Bankruptcies and babies don't go together. I was like, okay. That was messy. All right, so let's get into Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. So on MFG Reality TV, thank you. Shamia gets questioned about her intentions in telling K. Michelle that the ladies didn't want her or didn't want to be friends or to be her friend, rather, leading to Drew Sidora and Shamia to get into a disagreement. Child, the girls were fighting and throwing major shade last night. If y'all didn't watch a reunion, child, I said, oh my God. No wonder Andy said this was the best reunion because, baby, they were throwing shade back and forth. I said, my God, let's get into it.
Drew Sidora from Atlanta, Georgia has a question for Shamia.
Yes, hi, Drew.
Drew wants to know, what exactly was your intention in telling K. Michelle that the women didn't want to be friends with her?
I just hope you be loyal to me. I hope you be my friend because none of my friends want me to be your friend.
Do you realize that comments like that can influence someone's perception before they've even had a chance to meet the group for themselves?
Absolutely. But I must say that the women that Kay is speaking about are not a part of the friend group.
Okay.
So let's just be clear, because I know that keeps coming up. Like, I'm trying to sway Kay to not be friends with whoever in the friend group.
Okay.
Kay and I left the dinner with Drew. Kay dropped me off at Chastain. I was going to meet Candy. Candy and I are good friends. Candy is also good friends with some people that Kay don't get along with.
The Mean Girls of Atlanta that I'm speaking of.
So I don't want to get into it because I'm friends with them as well.
So, Shamia, let me ask you this. In a recent interview, you said that there were some off-camera events that happened between you and K. Michelle.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'll let Kay speak on it.
Well, you the one ran and told
No,
everybody.
actually, you are the one that ran and told everybody.
I really did.
Actually, you did.
I really
You
did.
absolutely did.
Hold on a second, because I feel like this is about to open a huge can of worms. We're going to take a quick break. Cynthia Bailey, Miss Cheekbones, will be here when we come back.
Now Cynthia got to sleep in.
Drew Sidora
Child.
from Atlanta, Georgia, has a question.
So as you guys can see there was some type of comment that was made off camera, of course, with Kandi, and I think it was Rashida, because the two of them were hanging out. Of course, you know, Shamia is said to be friends with Kandi and, of course, with Rashida, and they made a comment about K. Michelle. It got back to K. Michelle, and, of course, K. Michelle labeled them as the Mean Girls of Atlanta, and Shamia, of course, didn't want to speak on that because she's friends with Kandi. Of course, her alliance is going to be with Kandi and her homegirls, but bottom line is K. Michelle, I think, was kind of hoping to, I don't know, I guess have some type of connection with Kandi and them. They don't really see it for K. Michelle because K. Michelle is hella messy. I get it, right? So let's move along. I don't even know why Candy's name was brought in there. She's not on the show anymore, so that should have been null and void, honey. Not sure why they are bringing Kandi up so much because she is not on the show. All right, next clip is, according to Reality Entertainment TV. I pulled some really good clips, you guys, and we're going to look at some more later on. But let's get into this one. Kelly calls out Drew, Shamia, and Kelly gets into it with Angela and Drew. This one was good. I can't wait for y'all to see this one. Let's go.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you invest in Black's business as well? And did he take money from you?
Absolutely not. That is another lie.
Okay.
We're on the blogs. So to carry on narratives that are written, I think in this sisterhood, we need to grow up and cut it out because it really has to stop.
No, hold on. Says the person who goes and tries to highlight someone's business.
It is a lockbox on the door. And we were just at the grand opening a few months ago, so I'm confused.
You need to also take your own advice.
You came for my singing and my music first.
Let's stop here, Drew. Because, Drew, you said that you and your kids wanted some chicken and waffles that day, so that's the reason why you went to Kelly's establishment. That ain't her establishment no more. Now, am I taking up for Kelly? Hell no, because I don't see it for Kelly on no level. Pick one, and I don't see it for her. But at the end of the day, Drew, you lied because you said that the only reason that you went there that day was to go and sit down and eat some damn chicken and waffles because you said that Kelly's place had some really good chicken and waffles. But you went there to expose the fact that Kelly's place was shut down. That's why. Because you just sat here at the reunion and said, oh, you was talking about my singing. You was talking about me. So now that was kind of like a retaliation situation that you created because you went live to show everyone that her place was padlocked. It was messy too.
You get this smoke, and don't be mad that I play the game better than you.
I'm not mad about it. Let me tell you,
coming here
I'm
like
very
I did
successful,
something
so
to you,
it's
and I
okay.
didn't.
Listen, but I just want to make it very clear.
No, I would defend myself all day.
But hold on, I've even put your song in some of my videos online, and you reposted it.
Follow is good, Lulu.
But that's the flip-floppy behavior about you, Shakelly.
Shakelly?
Shakelly.
Why she gotta be Shakelly?
Okay.
I have to.
Okay, I'm moving forward. All right. Okay. Meredith from
With the
Mesa,
P. Willie
Arizona.
special?
Meredith from Mesa, Arizona said,
Okay.
Drew, you recently shared that you had a procedure done yourself, which had some of the fans saying that you looked similar to one of your fellow.
When I first saw Drew, when they showed this picture, I swear to God, I thought that was Portia. Did y'all not think that? I really thought that was Portia. I had to look again, and then when Andy said Drew, I was like, that looked like Portia. So it looked like Drew might have had, her body sculpted to kind of look like Portia because that looked just like Portia's body. Wow.
Hello, housewives. Portia, what do you say about that?
The P special.
I would say this: Drew has always wanted to get something done to herself. Everybody got
baby. No, she hasn't. Because it's a natural pancake over here. No,
Hold on.
I take it as a compliment, but everybody has had something done, and it's okay.
I feel great. I'm happy,
Girl,
and
you
I
look
shared
damn
it
good.
to
You
inspire
look
other
good. You look
women. It is
damn
okay, and I
good.
don't think we should body shame anyone or make them feel bad for doing it.
Leaky booty.
That's why
You just opened up here talking about a leaky
booty for putting it out there first because it won't land. I'm just letting y'all know.
So maybe time for Drop It with Drew to come
It is
back.
coming back.
Let's go, Drew. Work it. We on the countdown, Justin. What we doing? Everybody on the ground?
It's maintained with Drew.
Maintain with Drew.
Maintain.
Joan from Inglewood, California said, Angela, you had a lot to say about Shamia's body this season.
You kissed his ass. No, you're not my type with your fake ass.
Are you jealous of her body?
First of all, I have always paid Shamia compliments.
Okay.
Before I will be jealous of anybody, there's a long list before I ever will make it to Shamia. I'm not jealous. Okay.
Well, I mean, I just feel your
Long
mind.
list, so I don't use that word.
I would love to.
That's a read. Angela gonna always come through with a good read. She said, before I be jealous of Shamia, baby, it's gonna be a long list of people before I even get to her ass. Like, girl, you kind of not even on the list of people for me to be jealous of. And Angela has a great body, no homo. She has a great body as well. So I'm not sure why she would need to be jealous of Shamia when she be out here serving the girls as well. Let's keep going.
No, why? Are you calling her BBL Drew now? Because you call me BBL Shamia.
I said the bitch wanted us to see her BBL. I mean, I didn't say BBL Shamia. Don't put words in my mouth. You do that a lot.
Same
I
difference,
said
girl. The bitch one. That's probably a little worse. Actually, it's a little harder. The bitch one. So I don't have a BBL. I definitely got.
You had some work done, Shamia, so you can stop that. Last season, you didn't look like you looked this season. All right? Now, you over there running through Gerald money. You said you had some lipo. You had something done. Maybe you had the fat sucked out of your midsection because last season you did have a little tummy situation going on. I feel like you had that liposuction and had that shit sucked out of your stomach and put into your ass. People do it all the time. If you did, embrace it. You look great. But I feel like you're lying about what you had done.
Lipo on my waist, but not a BBL.
Okay,
I'm happy to be 45 in the standard.
Angel from Grenada said, Kelly, your social media beef with Drew is tea. Where did you find her pre-surgery picture?
I don't follow Drew, but, it came across my timeline and
clearly,
I mean, just the before and after. Shout out to the doctor. Whoever did the work did an absolutely amazing job. You look great.
Why are we shaming a natural body?
Yeah,
what
are we doing?
I think at the end of the day, she had a baby. Of course, she may have a baby too. I had 4 of them.
Well, I dare you to get on the internet and show your body the way I did.
Oh, I don't mind, baby. I will drop it right now.
Naked. Oh, she stayed.
Look at Shamia. She stayed naked. You would know, Shamia. You would know.
She's naked. I haven't seen it.
I don't mind. I've never got my body done. The only thing I got done was my boobs. You should get them undone. What did you say? Well, after breastfeeding 4 children, I absolutely did get my body done, Drew. But I mean, this was your second surgery.
Unplug it. How about that? Kelly, you could stand to get a forehead reduction. Do they do those? You could get that. Like have them like pull your shit down a little bit. Cause yeah, girl, you could.
I can give you my doctor's number because you need it.
All right. B from Harlem said, the newbies in the group, what was your favorite moment of the season?
My argument with Angela, okay? Really? I'm like, that bitch ain't win that argument. You can never touch the money that I'm about to touch in my lifetime.
And hit 10 people.
I owe you a new lace front.
Hey, Mr. Clean, don't do it, Papa Smurf.
When you got up and sat back down, you made history.
Get out of here.
Oh, you gonna go? You not finished?
Oh, no, I'm not going
You
nowhere.
not finished telling me?
No, I'm not going nowhere. Actually, you know what?
Who thinks Angela won the read-off?
Angela won, but she had heart.
Let's sit back down.
Angela ate Pinky's ass up in that moment. She did.
I'm a stick beside her.
Listen, Piggy, I knew I was in a fight, okay? I knew I was in a fight.
Incestuous commingled teeth? Is that what you said?
The teeth are actually beautiful, okay? And they're real.
And mine are too. Dr. Cooper, I love them.
All right.
Can I ask a question?
Child, I don't know why they be throwing shade about who had what done. I mean, y'all great. Y'all look great. I mean, it is what it is. Shit. Y'all on TV, you got to get yourself looking like something out here. Okay, so I don't know why they bashing each other on what they had done. So what? If you had a BBL, whatever. You look great. Keep it moving. All right, so yeah, Aunt Angela won that read down. She really did. She ate Pinky's ass up, baby, like piranhas. I was like, yes, okay. Love a good read down. All right, so here is this Jarvis person that, if y'all care, child, that Kelly is said to be dating. All right, he did show up to the reunion to get clout. Okay, of course he was clout chasing off Kelly because she ain't got but this much clout, so she had to share this much clout with Jarvis. So this is the guy who was said to have given her the $70K to get her Tifas done when her bitch ass ain't have nowhere to stay, which I thought was the dumbest shit ever. Who is putting down $70K on Tifas, but they don't have a roof over their head? Oh, Kelly. So yes, this is him. They said, who is Jarvis? Said that he's the standard. Y'all remember that Kelly was saying she's the standard. She set the standard for fashion on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And it's a chop girl. But so this is who this guy is, who she said to be dating, named Jarvis. Okay. So now we put a face with a name. Nice looking guy. Okay. Nice looking guy. Yeah. Move right along. All right, so let's get into K Michelle getting into it as well. Child, that's all they did last night was argue. I said, damn. All right, so we moving on, child. We moving on still with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shout out to 369 watching. Y'all in here deep. Thank y'all. Please tap on that like button as well. All right. What my lights looking like? Mars, can you drop what my lights looking like in here? Let me know. Let me know. All right. Hope y'all enjoying the show thus far. Let's get into K. Michelle acting a fool, child, because her and Portia she and Portia are going off. Oh, hold on. You got to hear it, though.
Attention to what you were being fed in that interview. I didn't go in on you, but you sat and let him tell you. Tell me what? That I'm sitting on there bashing you. That's what he did. He led you right on into that. Hey, Michelle, and he let you sit there. I can't be led in an interview like you knew girls. I know. There's nothing new about me. I want to say. There's nothing new about me. You just learned how to speak. There's something new about your PR. There's something new about your PR training. There's nothing new about me. PR trained at all. I have lived. I have lived. I'm not PR trained. I'm not PR trained. And so has your body. Okay. You need to close your glory hole. You didn't even pay attention to what you were being fed.
Child, not close your glory hole, honey. Damn. Okay. Portia said, and so has your body. Said that you have ruined a lot of lives. Damn. Oh, they going for the jugular in this damn reunion. K. Michelle, I'm sorry. Portia ate you up right there, girl. Okay. Moving right along, honey. The girls are eating down here. My God. Whew, child. All right, so this person, Gary, was mentioned last night at the reunion when there was a good little read down, but twins, the two of them, we need a jam session. Say no more, we'll get it. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead. Let's pull this up right quick before we get into it. Let's go ahead and get into our jam session because it sounds like y'all sitting on my likes and y'all know how I feel about that. All right, let's get into this jam session. You guys step out. Tap the like, come on back in. All right, I'll give y'all some music to help you on over there. All right, let's get into it. No, we need an upbeat, honey. Hold on. There we go. Hey, okay. Tap that like before we come back. Enjoyed that nice little jam session. All right, let's get back into the show though, honey, because baby, we got some more stuff to talk about. All right, so shout out to Reality T Recap. Now we're about to find out who this Gary person is. So they said they heard Andy wanted to know who Gary is. They said, well, Andy, all you had to do was ask me, boo. So shout out to Reality T because she be on her shit too. So now we're about to find out who this Gary person is. Let's go. Shout out to Dinah Rose. Look at her in the comments. All right.
Okay, stop. I didn't borrow money from Gary. You did, baby. Who's Gary?
This lawsuit was filed on January 9th of 2026 in Fulton County, where a plaintiff by the name of Gary alleges that they, on July 14th of 2024, loaned the defendant $35,000, and on October 15th of 2024, loaned the defendant an additional $40,000, which was supposed to be used for the opening of the Sandy Springs location of Nana's Chicken and Waffle that I just showed you is staying permanently closed. It also alleges that the defendant agreed to repay the total of the $100,000 by November 2024, inclusive of interest. The plaintiff says that they transferred the funds via a bank transfer, and the defendant has only repaid $36,915, leaving an unpaid balance of $63,085. It goes on to say that when the defendant sought out to receive this loan, that she failed to disclose material facts regarding her financial conditions, like the fact that she had multiple prior and current pending civil lawsuits, some of them in which I reported on, of a credit union saying there was unpaid credit card debt, as well as a landlord from another chicken and waffle location saying that there was unpaid rent. The plaintiff further discovered that the defendant failed to satisfy approximately an $18,000 financial obligation owed to a college student who worked for the defendant at Nana's Chicken and Waffle. The plaintiff is basically saying if they would have known all of this at the time of the loan was requested, they would not have extended this money to Kelly. The plaintiff is requesting in this judgment the unpaid principal of $63,085, $50,000 in lost investment damages, another $50,000 in emotional distress damages, $100,000 in punitive damages, pre- and post-judgment interest, attorney fees, and costs, for a total of $263,085.
Hot damn. Okay, Kelly. Why you sitting your muffet-faced ass up here trying to be calling Portia out to my Simon's house? Bitch, you got all this going on, and you done sat up here and asked this person to give you a loan knowing that you ain't paid your employees who done sued you. One of them done got $18,000 off your ass. And you also owe for credit cards, and you ain't paid your rent over there at the Chicken Waffles place over there, burning them people kitchen up, smoking their kitchen up, putting all that damn batter down in there trying to make waffles and shit, and you ain't paid them their damn rent, and they done padlocked. That's why they padlocked the place, because you ain't pay your damn rent. And let's not forget about the mismanagement of the funds that you used, that your husband said that you did. That's why he's on your ass now. Oh my God, girl, you owe everybody. So these people are asking for $100,000, and you still have more employees that's suing you because you did not pay them. Oh my God, Kelly. How is she still on the show? Damn, Andy. Y'all.
Now, I don't know if this is the same.
Child.
Okay, stop.
Baby. And Angela threw it out there and said, girl, you ain't paid Gary back. But you sitting your ass up here counting everybody else's coins. Now you talking about Portia's house. Well, go back and look. Portia now has the deed to that house while you over there in Shamil's townhouse, girl. See how the Lord be working in here? All right, and Portia, you better go ahead and get that house in your name, or your ass gonna be up here getting talked about too. February 2027 to be exact. Okay, I think the 15th. But what y'all think about that? Moving right along. Let's get into this Melody. No, we got one more thing, then we got to get into Melody. Yeah, one more Real Housewives of Atlanta clip. All right, because baby, listen, y'all still keep tapping on that like for me though. Okay, keep tapping on that like. Tap, tap, tap. All right, so let's get into this. I tried to pull as many good clips as I could so y'all can see what's going on, child. Baby, they was acting up last night. I about had to take my damn belt off. All right, so shout out to No Chaser. Said that Portia and K. Michelle hashed things out over the miscarriage comment. Now, I really wish they moved past this because Lord have mercy. But let's go.
How was Portia behind the scenes? How was Phaedra? I didn't do that.
Can you tell us who the people were?
I got stuff like from Nosh. And even there's a hairdresser. I know this is a group about friendship, but we can't sit up here and act like people don't go pull things on each other.
Okay. You know, the MO from the viewers were like you would be in scene, you would run away and start blasting off on Twitter. I'm assuming that you regret that.
I definitely own that I had more experiences off camera than I had on camera. For over 10 years, any thoughts or random situations within me, I've always tweeted them, good or bad. Within my career, there was no change, but instead of just tweeting how I felt, I should have sat there. People think I'm very confrontational, but I'm really...
You seem very sensitive.
Yeah, I am.
I mean,
really
you seem overly sensitive.
Yeah.
Why did you take Portia's miscarriage comment as her shading you?
I was only an hour out of the hospital, and I'm telling you what's going on, and you bust out and say, was it a miscarriage? You know, what if it was?
Your intention was...
to usher her from the hospital into a safe space.
Okay.
I was sitting there with people who I trust. When you were telling the story, kind of went around what exactly it was. But you had talked about fertility. And I'm a woman who has had fertility issues. I'm a woman who's also had miscarriages. And you're in a group of women who have uteruses and other things like that.
This is my first time being in a circle with Phaedra and with Cynthia. And the first thing to come out with the random people on the other side of the wall getting their toes done is, did you have a miscarriage?
I represent March of Dimes, have for many, many years. My daughter is a rainbow baby. And so I really would have hoped at that time when we had that sit down, you could have understood that I was being authentic with that. Again, here now, I apologize, and I still never meant that to be that way.
I accept your apology. And in that moment, when I'm speaking on it,
let's see what it says. Would you want someone in the middle of a nails shop screaming out in front of Atlanta when you're an hour out of the hospital asking you in front of other women that you just met if you had a miscarriage? So that's what K. Michelle had to say.
and I'm bringing it back up, I'm not saying that I crucified Portia. I was live speaking about what was going on and how I felt in that moment. I also will take accountability for that as well.
Okay, so you were tweeting like you're in the confessionals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Okay.
Don't do that.
Thank you, Andy. A lot of people were saying they felt that K. Michelle was doing that by her being on the show. I get it. This is her first time being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but you are no stranger to being on reality shows. Bottom line is, if you're going to handle something like that, the worst thing you can do is be tweeting the things that you should be saying to the person that's on the show. I feel like that was very messy of her. I feel like, and then for y'all to come back and then and be in a great space. Shout out to Portia for apologizing to her for that, because it seems like she does kind of cherish her interaction with K. Michelle, and she kind of does want to make it right with her, being that they are going to be filming on the same platform. You don't want to be at odds with a person like that, right? You don't want to be always fighting with someone over something small that you can kind of iron out and talk about and move past. K. Michelle likes to hold on to things. Portia kind of do as well, but I'm happy to see the two of them kind of get past that. Do I feel like Portia should have mentioned that? Probably no. And y'all know Portia is always 10 fries short of a Happy Meal when it comes to her blurting out things and saying things. Maybe she didn't feel like she was at, fault of saying anything like that, but that's K. Michelle's personal business. If she wanted it told, I feel like she would have told it, right? That's a very touchy subject. And Portia, you of all people who have, like you said, you went through several miscarriages. I don't feel that you would have wanted Kelly, of all people, to blurt out something about you and your miscarriage. You'd have felt a way about it and felt attacked. So the same goes for how you handle K. Michelle in that situation. But K. Michelle, stop tweeting and saying things outside of when you're in scenes with these girls and you're in the moment. Address that shit right then. And that's what Andy was saying. Like, you're not playing nice with the girls. If you argue with somebody, stay right there. She always run away from scenes and then hop on social media and want to type out these big these books online to try to read the girls down when you were just right there. Like, girl, you look weak. You look very weak when you do that. But let's continue on. Like, say that shit in real time. Don't go back and read that shit later. I'm like, what was this about? Now I got to go back and be like, what were you talking about? Talk about that shit in real time. If y'all arguing, say it right there. Be going on Twitter and talking about it later. All right, so let's get into this. It looks like Drew Sidora and Melody Shari have what is it? The Still Standing collection they are promoting together. It looks like Melody has a new collection of something coming out on 7th Avenue Beauty. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. The girls look great. The faces are beat. Makeup looks great. Let's get into it. Shout out to Melody Shari. No music though. We'll just play the actual ad. They look great. Shout out to Drew. Okay. Come on, body. Y'all know she had her body done. Okay. So it looks like the comeback. So she's got, what is it? Body butter, body oil, and perfume. So Melody has a new product out now. Body oil, perfume, and body butter called the Comeback. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that all the shit that she's been through with Martell and everything she's probably currently going through, which is probably where the name came from, the Comeback. So she's coming back from all the shit that she's been through, said that the Still Standing collection. Okay. So let's get into the rest of it. All right. I love the gold color. That's great with the purple. That looks great. Okay. The other side, so something else called the other side, I think, which is the same thing: body butter, body oil, and perfume. So she has two different look like fragrances under 7th Avenue Beauty that she is now promoting. Okay. She looks great here. I love the background. I love the actual promotion here. It looks very good. Okay. Great colors. I ain't mad at it. What y'all think? Yeah, Drew looks good here. Great here, okay. So y'all shout out to Melody Shari, 7th Avenue Beauty. Y'all know that's her business. Let's keep going. We're almost done here, guys. So I ran across this live. I think she went live. Somebody sent it to me. I didn't get a chance to see it. I'm trying to go to bed after Housewives. So, all right. So let's make this big because we love big, don't we? Let's get into what Melody had to say here. All right.
Since you say, I need to see what it's talking about. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. Who is that? You? Hey, hey, Shonda.
Not sure why that conked out. What happened here? Let's see. Let's refresh it. Let's see. All right, let's make it big again. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'll share it later in my next video because I don't want to hold my show up. What was this? Oh, I'm gonna come back to that. Matter of fact, let me go on her page right quick and see if she shared it there. Since we already started looking at it, let's see if she's got it on her page. I do follow her. All right, let's see. Sorry, guys. My apologies. Did she share the live? Oh, she does have a live on here. All right, let's share this one. I'll spin the block on that one. because I'm not sure what the hell happened with that. So let's share, because it looks like she's doing some type of promotional stuff with Drew Sidor. So, all right, so let's get into it. She says, Harmony Love, her next chapter about last night, two women, similar stories. Yeah, they do have similar stories. They are both divorced. Coincidentally, their husbands are best friends, right? Martell and Ralph Pittman. So I think that's been their bonding thing, because they kind of went through similar situations. Ralph didn't have a baby on Drew Sidor that we know of, but the two of them kind of went through similar situations in terms of how their husbands treated them. Martell wanted Melody to be okay with having other women in the bed. Drew Sidor has already come forward to say that Ralph was expecting her to invite other women in the bed. Well, she did do it. I think she said a few times she did do it to pacify him, but that's something she didn't want to do. And she, just kind of did it, try to be a doting wife, but ultimately it did not work out. We saw that their marriage was like a mess. It was very toxic, very downhill. She has finally finalized her divorce, just like Melody Shari has. So I think that's their bond, and shout out to them for working together and sharing that. So let's get into it. All right. No music. All right, so let's see. I don't want to share the music. All right. Still music. So it looks like she's doing like a little promotional thing. All right, so let's pause. So you come back. The comeback collection: body oil, perfume, and body butter. Okay, yeah, just like what we just saw. All right. So I think that's it for that. Let me be nosy. Hold on. All right, so we saw that already. Let's see, did she put something in her stories that we can kind of look at as well? All right, yeah, so there it is. So she got different ones. Fearless, what is it? Fearless Her, Body Wash. Okay, Beyond, Fearless Her, Halo, and Resilient. Okay, so it's designer body wash bundle. So you can get like a bundle. All right, let's go. We're just going to pan through. That's her with Sugar Mama. We're just being nosy. Okay, we just looking at her story. We just seeing if she's posting anything else. We just saw that. I got to go back now and see where I can find the actual live that she was about to do, because I didn't get a chance to watch it. Still standing. We saw that. All right, so let's see what Drew is saying here.
Honestly, fun fact, y'all don't even know this. I was going off of, I want to say 2, maybe 3 hours of sleep. Literally, like I was dealing with my babies earlier that day. I had to switch my flight a few times. So normally for reunion, we'll land in the afternoon and have time just to finish watching our episodes, taking in all the information, getting our little receipts together, checking our hotel, just prepping for the next day. It's a whole lot. You know how the reunion goes. I know. So you get a good night rest. I mean, that's just a rule of thumb. No, I was sitting here with 3 hours of sleep. Portia and I had given her some Henny Berry. Hennessy Berry, if y'all don't know. It's really, really good. But I was tired. So I was like, but I got to be here. I'm woke. Yeah. It's a lot that we got to clear up. So that was just a fun fact. I was not going off of my good 6 or.
It looked like that's what her live was about. She had a conversation with Drew Sidora. All right.
This nigga got me standing in.
Hold up now. No music, no music, no music. Okay, so that's pretty much what is going on. She's promoting her new line coming out. So for those of you that want to support, you can head on over to her 7th Avenue Beauty and purchase whatever you choose to purchase. All right. But that is it for our show for now. I will see you guys for midday pop-in because I got to get my work done, guys. I have stretched it this morning. Oh, my God. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show and all the topics that we gave you guys this morning. Yes, all right. Thank you guys so much. We're going to get out of here. Shout out to all of my top flight mods, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast, and Tiffany Thomas. Thank you guys for doing an awesome job. Thank you to all of my content creators that joined the live as well to support. Of course, all my Caramellians. We got 400 watching me. Oh, my God. Please hit the likes. I just know we're going to have 400 likes. We got 400 watching. Shout out to you all. All right. You guys have a wonderful Monday. We will see you guys later on for the midday pop-in. So keep your notifications on so you guys will know when we go live. Check us out on all publications on the Caramel Rail. Check us out on the backup channel on the channel at Rails World. Okay. I uploaded a few things yesterday, so I hope you guys enjoyed the parodies that we uploaded, the new ones, and of course the other videos. Please watch those and hit the likes on those as well to support. Okay. We will see you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day until the next video. Love you guys down. Bye.